Ramla bint Abi Sufyan, Habiba. She was from those who traveled also to the Hijrah, to the first Hijrah, and that is to Abyssinia, Ethiopia, Habasha. That's the first Hijrah. Because again, as we said, in Mecca, the Muslims were being tortured. And the Muslims were going through hardship. And her husband, they both became Muslim. Her husband, Ubaidullah ibn Jahsh. They both became Muslim and they sought protection and security. And they went towards the first Hijrah. The first Hijrah to protect themselves, because they heard that the Abyssinian king, Najashi, he was kind to the Muslims. He would not torture the Muslims. He gave them security and he allowed them to stay in the midst of his land. So she remained steadfast. Ramla bint Abi Sufyan, she remained steadfast with her husband, as they traveled to Habasha. And however, her husband died. In that period, while she's in Habasha, her husband, Ubaidullah ibn Jahsh, died while she's in Habasha. And she remained steadfast. Now she's in isolation. She has no one to be with her. She's in a foreign land. She's a stranger. It's hard enough for a man to be a stranger in a foreign land, let alone a woman. She's a stranger. But she was strong. She was strong, and she was now a widow. She was now a widow. And the Messenger ﷺ, again, he heard about the widow Ramla and that she was in need, and she was in difficulty. So the Messenger ﷺ, he sent the dowry of 400 dinars to be given to Ramla bint Abi Sufyan. And later she joined him in Medina, to be with the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And she was from those who preserved and transmitted hadith of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. From those narrations that she narrated was the narration of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam that whoever preserves the 12 rak'ahs of sunnah in a day, then he will have a house in paradise. That hadith is in Sahih Muslim, as is in Sunan at-Tirmidhi. And Ramla bint Abi Sufyan, she was from those who chose Islam over all other ways of life, over the desires, over the dunya, over the polytheism that her father was upon. Her father was not happy, even visited her, but whilst she was married to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, yet she did not succumb to go in their path or in his path of shirk and polytheism, but rather she chose the Messenger ﷺ, she chose Islam, she chose Allah and His Messenger ﷺ to be a strong Muslimah, to be with the Messenger ﷺ. She trusted Allah, she trusted in Allah, and she was steadfast, and she was loyal. That comes from loyalty to Allah, that is from al-wala wal-bara. Because when it comes to either you are with the believers or with the disbelievers, we have to choose that we are with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and with those Allah loves, and they are the believers. Especially when it comes to belief and disbelief. So she was loyal to Allah, and that was above her family and her tribe. So it wasn't just her family, but also her tribe. Radiyallahu anha, Ramla bint Abi Sufyan. And she was from the righteous muhajirat. Not just one hijrah, but she performed 2 hijras. She performed 2 hijras. And look at what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed regarding the affair of those whom became Muslim even though their family were not Muslim. Allah revealed, Asallahu, it may be that Allah, due to the marriage of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to Ramla, it may be Asallahu an yaj'ala bainakum wa bayna alladhina 'adaytum minhum mawaddah. It may be that Allah will place mawaddah between you and your enemies. Some of the scholars mentioned this was revealed when the Prophet ﷺ married Ramla. bint Abi Sufyan. Why? Because Abu Sufyan is from the enemies. He was from the enemies, the mushrikun, from the mushrikeen. And he fought the Messenger ﷺ in many battles. He killed many of the companions. And he himself admitted that later on. When he became Muslim, Abu Sufyan said, "Ya O Messenger of Allah, just as I fought against you and against the believers, O Messenger of Allah, allow me to defend you and defend the believers and fight against those that continue to fight you."